Hey, you guys, this is Erico and I am back again on your computer screen. So I hope you guys are doing well because you are watching this video. Subscribe, like this video, put your opinions below as I rant about usually East Asian pop culture as well as other current events. Johnny's and Associates has many people that are deciding that they are jumping ship. Like the people in Wakanda Forever. I mean it. Like there is a huge transition that's going on with this company. If you don't know who Johnny's and Associates is, they are the front runners. They are the inventors of Japanese pop music when it comes to boy bands, and many people in Japan love this record label because for years, we're talking about the golden age of just flower boys, men, just testosterone in a way, but elegantly being promoted and brought to many females and secret fanboys like myself to TV screens, magazines, as well as millions and millions of albums sold.
Right here, wait. Here, Arashi and...
So right now there is a dilemma because this company is trying to decide where they want to go for the future. For years we had this very old bitter man named Johnny, good old Johnny, who kept his artists to himself and to Japan. Even though, mind you, good old Johnny is actually American. That must have been good old Johnny. There's a fly. And so he really didn't want anybody outside of Japan seeing his group. So he did everything in his power during his reign on this company to make sure that Johnny's groups were mostly for Japanese people. Even though, I will say, I came out during the era where people were very sneaky. I, for one, and mind you, I'm still young. No, I'm not old. Okay, maybe I am old. I came out around the time that YouTube had the star system. And I know a lot of people in this era, they're like, what is that? A star system? You gonna have to explain this one to me. Star system instead of likes is what we used to have back in the day. Long time ago. And during this era, this is when the boom of Japanese pop music videos as well as K-pop were coming on the interwebs. And many people were finding these videos and it was taking up speed. And many people were seeing these boy bands and saying, oh wow, who is this? Oh wow, what language is this? And we're talking to a lot of people, they didn't even know if it was Japanese, Korean, Chinese. You know, they go to the default Chinese, I mean, especially when you're ignorant. And so many people start to get into groups like Arashi. I was into Arashi back when I was very young, and it was so hard to find their music because good old Johnny was not trying to allow people outside of Japan to really listen to Arashi or any of these groups that were coming out at the time. We're talking about Cartoon, V6, News. So we had to resort to finding these videos online and watching them, and people would post these videos. It would be foreigners in Japan, it would be Japanese people. And what would actually happen after a while is that Johnny would catch on. And we're still talking about before there was like copyright strikes on YouTube. You could post anything on YouTube back in this day, and YouTube let it fly unless somebody came and they requested, you know, okay, take this down. So Johnny got word that these videos are being uploaded to many people's dismay. And what he decided to do is he would call up YouTube and, you know, tap YouTube on the shoulder and be like, no, you want to take down Arashi's music video. So what they started to do was they would take down the music video and the person's channel who uploaded it. So we would have people's channels just disappearing, just going poof in the wind. And I have to give it to everybody back then who was into this fandom, because they rode hard for these bands because they wanted other people to see them, and if it wasn't on YouTube, there was no way to really see these bands. So they would continue to still upload the videos, and YouTube would continue to take the video and their channels down. And so they would think of ways to try to still put the video up without YouTube and Johnny finding out. So they start putting code in the titles so that, you know, if Johnny's and YouTube would go down and try to look up keywords like Arashi, the video wouldn't come up right away, or it would be harder to find the video. And I remember seeing the comments too, where people would be like, hurry up and watch the video because they're gonna find it. Hurry up, they're gonna terminate your channel, man. Like hurry up. And it's kind of sad because even to this day, there isn't a lot of the videos, just Japanese music, that I used to watch. And I think about it now. So now we come to today where there are Johnny's groups that do have their official YouTube channels. And when the floodgates opened and good old Johnny finally croaked and went on to the upper realm, rejoice. Because all of these groups got the chance to come out of the dusty closet, especially for America. And now you get to see music videos. We're seeing Johnny's artists on digital platforms, and people all around the world can now enjoy these Johnny's groups. I remember when I wanted Arashi to come and do a concert outside of Japan so bad, and all my friends were like, that's not gonna happen. Well, they did. I didn't get to go, but they did, and I was really happy when they did. And it just shows that there's definitely a transition. When good old Johnny finally went on about his business, there was definitely a shift in power, and there was supposed to be like Hideki Takizawa, who was a Johnny's artist. And he was gonna actually be the president of Johnny's. But this fly, I keep telling you, between the fly and my phone. And he was for a little while, and then he stepped down and he was the president of a sub-label, and good old Johnny's daughter took over, and I was like, okay, that's interesting, we'll see where this goes. And now Hideki has decided that he's just going to rid his hands of everything. So he announced that, you know what, I just don't want to be bothered. So he has his official Twitter account. He was on Twitter posting messages where it's kind of like you're doing a jigsaw puzzle and trying to put together pieces, and fans are like, oh my god, like what is gonna happen to where Johnny's is going right now? Because, you know, we have new groups like Snowman Six Tones. I did a video about them. We have King and Prince, where other shocking news came out because half of the group, most of the group, all of the group is leaving. It's only really 2 members that are going to be left, so we're going to have more groups that are like 2-piece groups, 3-piece groups, and many people are screaming, they are shouting in terror because they're like, this is a major group that is extremely popular. And I'm not going to lie, I did not really listen to them like that, but I did go when the news broke out, went and really like listened to them a little bit more, and I was like, they're not bad. Like, they're not bad, and they sound so new age, so futuristic, that I was like, I want to check out some of their albums. I'm like, it's sad that I'm getting into them now and they're basically gonna be gone and evaporated. So we have people just jumping ship, and people, fans especially, are trying to figure out what is this inner struggle within Johnny's and Associates. Is it the old versus new? Who is actually trying to stop the process of Johnny's becoming more for this generation, and who is trying to hold it back? A lot of people thought that Hidaki was the one that was really putting the effort in to make Johnny's more futuristic and more international. We also have this group Travis Japan that is making waves in America. I also did not listen to them. I also didn't know anything about them until I really approached this topic. And their music is not for me. I am happy that Johnny's once again is branching out, because I do think that it's important that these groups get at least the chance to go international if they want to, especially with K-pop going international. And I feel like if these groups can do it, so can groups in Japan. So yeah, that's kind of like their bread and butter right now, Travis Japan, as far as going out into the unknown, which is America, and with Capitol Records. So we'll see. I don't know how that's gonna go. I think that the old shouldn't be completely dissolved. I think that there is some things that good old Johnny did for this company that definitely resonated and definitely made these groups what they are today. So there's certain things with Arashi and all the other groups, and I don't want them to lose that essence, but at the same time, them being more experimental and trying new things is not a bad thing. So I think it should be a mixture. But Japan has this thing where they like to stay in the Stone Age with certain things, and I do think that it's time to move on, because you halt the process of everything. So you guys, this is a lot to think about. Follow my social media, mostly my Instagram, also have a blog at East Asian Pop Culture. The link is always down in the description box below. And remember, be real, stay real, live in the real, and I will always be back. Thank you guys for watching. Love you guys, and I will see you in the next video.